are the heartbeat of the earth. The hands that give life its worth. With every step, they break new ground. Harvesting hope from all around. Through every season, through highs and lows. The untold journey, the heroes grow. Harvest heroes, rising strong. Building tomorrow all day long.
Hello guys, welcome to Harvest Hero Podcast episode 16. Thank you so much guys for our faithful listeners that are listening to us since episode 1. Guys, I can't believe we are already at episode 16. This has been a very long and nice journey with you all, and you have been such a special listeners and guests, and I so much want to thank you for that. So today is a special day in the US. It is Thanksgiving, as you can see in my background, and happy Thanksgiving to all our listeners. So Thanksgiving was yesterday, but it's still Thanksgiving weekend, guys. You know, we take the whole weekend for it. So thank you for our listeners and happy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy your turkey yesterday and shared with your neighbors and all place. Thank you. And today we have a very special guest, amazing guest. I call her my sister, another mother. And she's going to join us today. Welcome aboard, Wumi. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. So, without
for
wasting time, let's get into the interview session. And we love to have you here. You're just such an inspiration to many people. I don't know if you know that. I want to say it because really you're just so special. So before to start this interview, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about what you do, so that our telespectators can know a little bit about you?
My name is Wumi Peters, and I manage. I'm a manager at SQI College of ICT. I manage 3 campuses and the virtual campus, and honestly, the journey has been amazing. Getting to train people in tech courses such as software engineering, data science, analysis, artificial intelligence, robotics, and making a change, impacting life, making a change in our system, in our country. Is amazing. One of our motto is making Africa a tech continent, one mind at a time, and then we've been achieving that over the years. Thank you.
Wow, that's so inspirational. Making Africa a continent, one person at a time. This is just so nice. This is just such an inspirational phrase. And also, we want to know what inspired you to go into the tech field.
Okay, so funny enough, I never thought I was going to come into the tech space. Really, I love the tech space, but my background is English, and from English I moved to radio production, and I came into the tech education system because of the media aspect of it. So I wanted to come in and partner with the school for their media, and then bring it out, do my thing, and just that was my hope. That was my aim at that time. But I fell in love with the environment. I fell in love with everyone there, with the people. I fell in love with literally everything. And then I started my courses. I started from digital literacy, then I moved to other aspects of tech. So right now I'm doing like right now I have knowledge in tech aspects, like I can literally guide you. I can literally counsel you on the right career path for you. That's because over the years I have um, equipped myself with knowledge of each of the courses we offer. That's it.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. Can you share with us a little bit about what was that turning point that said, okay, because you talked about having you went to school to study English that has
Yes.
nothing to do with ICT. So, what was that specific turning point that said, I am doing IT, I am going to IT? What was that moment like? Can you describe us a little bit about how it looked?
Okay, so the main campus for SQI College of ICT is at Ogumosho in Oyo State. And I was fascinated by these people who have little or no, they're not illiterate, but they're literate, but not so much, right? That they don't have so much access to all of these technologies and all of that. So I was fascinated by the people someone who can speak good English, complete phrase, but can code, right? Can do amazing things. I was fascinated by it. I was coming from the city in Abuja, and then I was coming from Lagos. I came into Ogbomoso, and I came in with the mentality that, okay, let's do the partnership, and then we are out of here. But when I got there and I saw these people, they can't speak so well, right? But they can do so much on the computer. So I think that just hit me like, this is amazing. And now the land, Ogbomoso is has transformed, right? It's now a place where everyone has, no matter what, every young child, every young adult has little or no has something with that has to do with computer knowledge, and that's so pure, amazing, pure love. Honestly, that makes
Thank you.
an
Thank
point
you
for
so
me.
much for sharing. And computer is really, really very important in our days that we are moving with AI and technology. So I definitely agree with you on that part. So our next question is, what is a common misconception people have about the work you do, and you really want to clear it up right now?
Oh, okay. So, the journey hasn't really been easy, right? Because at the time I had to take up a campus, I had to branch out from the main campus into another city, and I didn't have a bearing, right? I didn't have anyone to look up to, kind of, right? So, but the good thing is teamwork. I would say teamwork, the right team always help you in anything you do. So, I had amazing team players, and there were people who were my go-to person, even when I don't understand something. And then I have an amazing boss. I think that just envelopes everything. So I want to applaud everyone who is in a particular position right now, and you're feeling a bit down. Maybe you're not hitting your goal, right? One of the things I did at the time was I had personal goal for each year. So for every year, I had personal goal of what I wanted to do. So I set it up for myself, and I keep going back there to check if I'm meeting it up. For instance, at the time when the Ibadan campus was launched, I wanted 1,000 students for that year, right? So I told myself how we were going to organize team sorry programs, right? Tech programs that we're going to call these people out, bringing people. And remember, it was during COVID, so it was COVID 2020, COVID-19 2020 that we launched Ibadan, and I was the manager at the time. Come on, people were not coming out to take any tech courses. In fact, everyone had shut down. Most businesses have shut down at that time, right? So it was a bit tricky, but I think I saw it as a challenge, and then that pushed me to do, better. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. Actually, you went over time ahead of us in the questions. Like, but I will still ask this question specifically
Okay.
because there are other circumstances you surely overcome. So, what motivates you to keep going through challenging periods? Because you talked
Mm,
about the challenging period there that you had earlier
mm,
during COVID, but I know other challenging period came up in your job. It's not easy to manage a campus, especially an
mm,
IT campus, especially
mm.
in Africa. So please share with us.
Okay. Okay. So I mentioned team teammates, right? I think having the best people around you that support you, that encourage you, that listen to you, that guide you, that correct you in love, I think helps a lot. And another thing is having a focus, personal focus, personal goal, and then taking whatever it is you're doing, right? If whatever you're doing, maybe you're a business person, you're working under someone, you're whatever field you are, right? Take it as yours. Make it personal. See yourself in it, right? It is not out of you. Don't separate it that, okay, this is my work, or and this is my person. No, I was literally doing that. So nobody knew at that time. I think people were thinking I owned the company. That was how it was. They were literally calling me the CEO at the time. So that was because I soaked myself into this particular position, and I saw it as something that I was going to take up. There was no. So if you have a failure mentality, like okay, if it gets bad, you're just going to leave it, and then it's not your business. Then it's not going to work for you. So, but when you take it upon yourself and you know that okay, even if it fails, you're going to still find solutions to it, and then your teammates, how often do you communicate with them? How often do you reach out to them? How often do you strategize to see how the product or the business can go beyond where it is right now? So I think personally, take whatever it is you're doing to heart. Take it so personal. Don't separate yourself from it. Make it your personal goal. That's it.
I think that is a very good advice you just gave. And in most of the time when we find a job, you're like, okay, this is a job, I can leave it whenever I want. But once you take a hold of it and make it yours, you say, okay, this is not just a job, this is my job. And
Yeah.
you put in your 100%, surely you're going to go higher. And also when you create your own company, people will put in their 100% because you did that thing for
Exactly.
them. So
Exactly.
thank you so much for sharing on that, which is very important. So our next question is, what project or accomplishment are you most proud of and why?
Whoa. So I have this here purposely. I don't know if you can see it. Um,
Some of the here, I saw it.
I think the highlight that particular year, I was going through a lot, and it was one of the toughest seasons of my life, and I had taken a leave, and then when I think I took 2 weeks leave, and then afterwards, I asked for an extension, a month extension. I didn't know I was going to. I didn't know I was going to take the leave. It was situation just kept arising. But that same year, I got the staff of the year. It's amazing because I think I came back from whatever it was I was going through. I came back stronger. I came back better, and I came back with everything I had. Right. So
Wow.
for me, it wasn't just because of the accomplishment. It was just because it's a reminder that whatever you're going through, right? That's why it's called going through. Whatever it is life throws at you at that moment, it's just for that moment, right? It's just for that period of time. Don't let it affect every aspect of your life because that will be final, right? Try as much as possible to come out of it and then face each problem or each aspect of your life squarely. And I think that was what I did. I just said, okay, this is my job, this is my problem, this is my personal life. Which one was it? It was affecting my personal life, right? And then I solved it. Then I broke it down into that kind of, layer. And then I took it one step at a time. And I think my job, it just blew my position at that time blew off the top, right? It was the same year we launched another campus. In fact, we had so many things to accredit to that particular year. So, and of course, one of the things I am into right now is educating young girls about technological knowledge, and that is one of my greatest achievements for all time, really.
Wow, thank you so much. You said something that really caught my mind. You said that each time you're facing challenges, take a step back and break them down, and see how
Yeah,
you can address them in a logical manner and move forward. That is such a very important and very wise phrase, because most of the times we are caught up in a situation where we are like, okay, I can't do this, I can't do any of this. But as you said earlier, you had to take a step back, but that year also turned to be your best year as a
yeah.
staff. So congratulations and such an amazing accomplishment. So
Thank you.
our next question is, who has been a mentor in this journey of yours?
Hmm. Hmm. I have so many people to accredit, to give credit to, my success. I think for me, it's not just one person. It's just like asking my whole life and asking question as regards what formed Wumi. So every aspect, every problem, every challenges, every solution formed this person, right? So for every stage, I had people who were there for me. Starting with my brother. who is my number one support system, and is always pushing me. If I say I want to go for I want to take up another, program in the university, he's going to say, go for it. He's never saying no. I think that's one of the things that I admire about my brother. And of course, where I'm working now, if I start to list the numbers of people who have pushed me to become, I don't think we'll end this podcast. So, but I'm going to give credit to my boss, Dr. Adeyemi Adewinto, this director and CEO of SQI College of ICT and SQI ICT consultant. He has a particular, I don't know what to call it. Is it talent? Is it gift? Or is it
Gift
spirit
and
that
talent.
it can identify people? It can just know that, okay, it has a way of separating it. Well, is a programmer, right? So I know that you have a way of putting all of this together and knowing that, okay, this person can this person become this way. And then
Mm,
one thing I like about him is, so when I took up when I branched out of the campus, he just said, "Oh, can you do it?" And you're not sure. You're just looking at him like, "Okay, I'm not sure." Then he said, "Oh, yes, you can do it." And then he just
the confidence in it.
and then you're looking at him like, "Do what? Have I done it before?" So he has a way of, just like the
Yeah.
international campus. I know he just came up and said, okay, so we're appointing Wumi Peters as the manager for the international campus. And I was looking at him like, okay, what's going on here? What do I know about this? So he can push you to, he can identify your strengths and then use it for your goals. And I'm grateful for him. And then my colleagues are wonderful people. The HR, direct boss, Mrs. Grace, Teslim, the CEO of MS FinTech, and Mr. Timmy. I have so many of them that have been great support, great people in my life that are pushing me to be better. Yeah.
And I'm so happy for you. And guys, it's very important to have people in your life that are really pushing you to be better. Like literally, if somebody doesn't bring an input, cut them off
Yeah,
immediately.
that's right.
Cut them off with grace and we move forward. And so
Hmm.
our next question is if you could change one thing about your industry where you are right now, what would that
Hmm.
be?
Okay, so I would really love girls, young ladies to come into the tech space. I know it's better than it used to be, but honestly, that's is one thing that I'm focused on that already. So we have a classroom of maybe 20 developers, and then there's no girl, right? There's no female. That's for me. It's not the record is still we're still not there yet as Africans, and I really want a lot of young girls to believe in themselves more and be confident that they can do this. That I can do it. If like coming out to say yes, regardless of this stereotypes, regardless of the cultural biases, regardless of whatever is happening around, I can do this, and then you do it. So I have a lot of young girls that are making wave already, right? And I know that some of them pushed boundaries. So I think that's just the only thing I would love to change.
Wow, as a woman in tech myself, a programmer myself, I remember in my class we had like 110 people, and then like 10 of them were female, and then 100 were male. So we're like used to this
Whoa.
atmosphere, and among the 10, only two people can code. I code. I think another lady in class she code. That was it. All the rest was like, but programming is for everyone. Let it be a woman, a male, as long as you just put your head onto it, you can do it. It is very possible. So please, girls, definitely. So please, girls, come on board and make this happen. So our next question we have for you is what does success looks like to you in your role or your field?
Hi. So, success to me is not the if finale, right? For me, is a process. So, for every aspect or for every position I get to, I ask myself, what does this particular position come to, what does it offer? What are the challenges? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? What should I do better? So for every year in my role, and even any role that I'm promoted to, I ask myself those personal questions that for this particular achievement, what's the story? What am I doing better? What am I doing to be better than the previous time? Okay, so for me, I haven't gotten there yet. Yes, I still have so much to do, guys. So I'm not it's not finale. It's not final for me. I still have so much to achieve and to accomplish. Thank
And I
you.
agree with and I agree with you on that. Success is a process, it's not a final destination. The little success in our life makes us successful. Thank you so much for
That's
sharing.
it's
Already, I
connected to
think for me,
communism.
you are successful for all the work you're doing. You are definitely. So our next question is for you is, what was the most surprising thing you have learned from your work so far? Like in your job wise, what was the most like surprising things you have learned so far?
Okay, so interesting thing. My job, I deal with a lot of people, and for everyone and anyone going through or who deal with people, you will know that people management, people customer satisfaction, management in general is a big deal. One time I had this client come in and just walk into my office asking for the boss. He didn't want to sit down. I was offering him a seat. He didn't want to. And said he's looking for the boss. And I am sitting right there. But I just kept my cool and I smiled. I pointed to a junior colleague, and then I just smiled. And he went to meet that person, and the person still directed him back to me. And he he just felt no, like why would a woman, you know? So I think you have to learn how to manage a lot of people. You have to know how to put things together. You have to just know that people are people of different orientation, people of different views are coming to you, right? You're running a business, you're running an NGO, you're running whatever it is that you are handling. Do not let whatever it so you are the face of the company. You are the person that they are coming to meet. And you're going to have people who are unhappy, people who are happy, people who are, you're going to have everyone from different walks of life come into your business or your NGO, whatever it is that you do. So don't be yourself. Number one, be yourself, and then be professional. Right? Try as much as possible. I know that it can be very difficult. I understand you. I've seen it all, but I just take it. Sometimes just do the extra, right? Don't wait for credits, right? Just do what you need to do just to get the value you are looking for. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Do what you need to do just to get the value you're looking for, guys. And she said, I know sometimes it's difficult. Some people come with a different kind of like energy, and you don't have the same energy to give back, but you have to act professional always. So, our
Yeah.
our next question is, what advice can you give to somebody that want to follow your footsteps?
Mm. Okay, so this is a very tricky question. So you need to learn, you need to unlearn, and then you need to learn. Okay, and you need to pay attention. Like when we say pay attention, we all think is just listening. Paying attention to body language, to mood, to environment, to scene, to aura. It is very key. It is very important. Paying attention to even the minute thing is very, very key. So I think that was what's one of my greatest accomplishments, learning to pay attention. Then listening. You have to listen. Come on. You have to pay attention, then listen. That is difficult because we're in a world where everybody has an opinion, right?
Yeah.
So
They want
you
to
have to
talk.
just exactly.
Yes.
You have to just sometimes just swallow it, like you're boiling. you're you're just taking on the rage, but just keep your cool, and then listen. And then it's reach out to people, have humility. If you're not humble, you cannot attain this height. Honestly, see, don't even bother. You need to be humble, because it is not humility is not a function of whether you're older than the person age wise, or career wise, or whatever wise. You need something from someone. You need to um be humble enough to ask. And when you are asking, you're not demanding it, right? You're being professional, you're being, cordial, you're being respectful towards that person, their time, and of course their resources, right? So you need to then read. I think read about, follow people that are doing it ahead of you, people who are already, ahead of you in that space. Yes, follow them, see what they do, study them, then read books. So I read a lot. So I just had to keep myself updated with. Then I follow a whole lot of people that are, people that I feel are, close to or above me, or people who I feel I can that resonate with my passion and growth. Yes.
Wow, amazing. So we have a next question. This is like a little funny question. If you have unlimited resources, which project will you take on? I know you talked about a girl in IT. Is it that?
Yes. Honestly, that's like everything right now. Like I'm dropping everything for this particular one. Okay, so
Okay.
I there's a part of my mother's um village, right? That
Mhm.
has that is a riverine area. So I want to create a tech hub centers for these children, right? I want I want to see. I don't want Africa. There's a saying that we have been receiving for too long, and it's time for us to give back. And it is time, because almost every home has a phone, has a what's it called, as an iPhone. If you can buy an iPhone, even as a not so well to do person, then you can afford to buy a laptop and get educated, right? It's not just to press the phone and go to social media, right?
Exactly.
So reorientating these children, or this people, or this the community is very important for me. I not just the conventional education, right? That will always be there, but bringing in an aspect of education that they are not used to, right? So how many you want to learn something for 4 months, you sit down, you go to school with your laptop, there's no, you're not writing anywhere, you're coding, or you're designing, or you're pushing, or you're analyzing, and everything is going on, you're doing projects, real life projects. That is amazing, that's a win, right? So this my project is Global Girls Tech Initiative. And if I have unlimited resources, I'm going to start it up today, now, like now, right now,
You
so
can
that
still start it up right now. You don't need the resources. You know
I
about that.
have. I have. Honestly, I've reached out to amazing people. I got to meet some orphanages, right? I met with and I connected with them, and we have a workshop we're working on right now. Mm.
That is just so amazing, guys. This is it. You can make everything. You don't even need the unlimited resources, because the unlimited resources question is there to channel your project,
Mm.
is there to channel your idea, but you can do it.
Mm.
And our last question we have is, how has your work shaped your perspective of life? How do you see life now that you have
Wow.
stages in your job and even your own
Mm.
project?
Mm. Okay, so I have a lot of people that are looking up to me as a mentor. And honestly, this couldn't have happened without me saying yes to this, company and this project. So I want to say that one of the things that my job did for me is making me a leader worthy of emulation. Someone who who is a problem solver, someone who doesn't shake or move in the face of challenges, rather seek solution to solve those problems. Someone who educates, someone who counsel, someone who guide, someone who give hope, someone who empathize. So all of this has made me a better person. I cannot even think of not being better, honestly, because sometimes when you look at me or when I look at myself and say, okay, yes, you're doing so well, and then I look at myself like, you're not doing enough. You still need to reach the world. So that's one of the things that I hoped for this year, to reach out to more, right? To meet with amazing people just like yourself and Carol and Megan and so many people. I wanted to reach out to these people and collaborate. And I just knew that this year was different, and that is it. It didn't just come because this mentality, this mindset, this declaration didn't just come because I wasn't I didn't work hard for it. I did. I worked hard for it, and I felt it's time for the world to hear my story. So I want to say to everyone listening, really, you can be and do anything. See, I was born in the ghetto, so it's not because I didn't have silver spoon. I didn't even have plastic spoon, but so, but I aimed, I liked it, I wanted it, and then your hands, you can become and do anything you choose to be. I'm in the tech space. I didn't even take any tech courses in my conventional education. So it's not even the matter of, it's because she had. No, I tell people I don't have any conventional education in technology, but now this is me. So you can do and become anything you set your mind to do. It starts with the mindset. Your mind is huge. So whatever it is, you want to become a musician today, you can be a musician.
Thank you really so much for sharing. And your point of view is just so
You're
amazing. Girls,
welcome.
you can do anything with your hands as long as you put your mind to it. Thank you. Thank you so much for that insight. And thank you for being a guest. Have a nice day. So,
Thank you for
guys,
having me.
So, guys, this was Harvest Hero Podcast episode 16. Guys, thank you so much for our faithful listeners. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Please comment. Give us your point of view on all what we talked about, because your point of view also counts. And, guys, if you want to be a guest, don't forget to comment this video, or better still, to contact us, and we'll love to have you as a guest. Thank you for listening. This was Harvest Hero Podcast episode 16. Bye, guys.